we think so. I will make a small content here regarding the derivation of cosine, a form of scalar product. So we know that cosine of alpha, which is angle alpha is an angle between vectors u and v, times u times v's magnitudes is actually equal to the dot product. So that's what we have. And now let's use the theorem that basically expands the difference between these vectors, their magnitude. And perhaps this would be more correct notation, but it's too many lines and it gets confusing when we write it like that. So let's just write everything like this, magnitude as well as absolute value. So this thing, according to the rule regarding cosines, should be equal to the following. It would be the vectors magnitude squared plus the v vectors magnitude squared minus 2 times magnitude of u magnitude of v cosine alpha. And now we can switch around the sides. I would put this thing, which should be gradually equal to the scalar product, on the left side, and then see what's on the right side. So what we actually have then is negative version of this, and adding these two. But we can realize what these mean and rewrite them in terms of a polynomial of x1, x2, y1, y2, where the vector u we see as x1, x2, and v is y1, y2. So this then is minus x1 plus y1 squared minus x2 minus y2. Actually, this is a difference squared. All right, and then we add these two things, and we add this one. So what we get here is this polynomial. This is directly coming from this expression. It's like actually putting a minus in front this big parentheses, which is this thing, and then we have the minus before it here. But when we expand it and manipulate this algebraic equation, in the end actually we have this. So the 2 would cancel out with the other side, which all along stayed this. So we have that we can divide by the 2. We get, therefore, u and v's magnitudes times cosine alpha is actually equal to this, x1, y1 plus x2, y2.